Alright. Phew. Let's do this. I'm back. Let's finish the fight, as Master Chief would say, or something. I don't know.
You suck!
Hey man, cut me a break, alright? I don't know, I'm trying to come up with shit to say here. I don't know. Alright, let's go. Oh no. It's because the controller turned off automatically, and when it does that, it turns off the analog mode for some stupid reason. There we go. We did it!
PAL code number 3 confirmed. PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated.
No, why? Surprise, motherfucker.
Ready for launch.
I deactivated it.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed.
Dude, bullshit.
Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us, too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when we decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
First, I thought we might get the information from you, Snake, so I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. Unfortunately, Octopus didn't survive the encounter, thanks to Fox Die.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning, just to get me to input the detonation code?
Huh? You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Ah, poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me,
A smooth
dear
criminal?
brother.
Oh, shit! Liquid! How the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
It's rewind time.
Yeah, this is all I got. We got got. The bad guys were one step ahead of us the whole time. Help? Somebody?
Snake, gas! Do something! Snake, call Emmerich. He should be able to break through security.
Is everything all right, Snake? Come on, Snake, you can do it. Snake, you are in danger. Get out of there.
Yeah, but how?
Isn't there someone who knows this base? Dr. Emmerich, maybe he can do something.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
A minute, he says. I don't know if my gas mask is gonna last that long, dude. You better hurry the fuck up.
I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
I saw that son of a bitch. I saw his ass run away.
Liquid! Snake! Did you like my sunglasses? You'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. And you performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed for you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the ArmsTech president and decoy Octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged, along with the bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox Dye.
Fox Dye? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Dye's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder... Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Dye's program. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the ArmsTech president and decoy Octopus were killed by Fox Dye, but Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all the old man's dominant genes. I got the flawed recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
I was the favorite, huh?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Love? It's hate! He always told me I was inferior, and now I'll have my revenge! You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands! You stole my chance for revenge! Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him! I will destroy him!
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you! Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes! Yeah! Snake! Your blood will be the first to be spilled by this glorious new weapon! Consider it an honor, a gift from your brother! Now I'll show you the power of the weapon that will lead us in the 21st century!
It's moving. How do I stop it?
The old-fashioned way? Like we killed the first two Metal Gears? Throw plastic bombs at the legs? Grenades? Hand grenades? Something? I don't know, this one might not go down so easily. America's made some improvements to the earlier models of Metal Gear, I think. But we do know who the chief engineer was. For this one, I mean. So we can always ask him. I've checked the whole arena for collectibles, I guess. Now what?
God help us. Metal Gear is moving. Snake, it's all riding on you now. You've got to stop that thing.
But how?
You'll have to ask Dr. Emmerich, the guy who made it.
Pretty much what I was screaming when I realized my microphone was down at that point. But I was like, we do know the chief engineer's name. Or who the chief engineer for this Metal Gear was. Because at first I was like, why don't we throw grenades at the legs like the last two Metal Gears? That did it. C4 plastic bombs and grenades at the legs. But no. Obviously the US has made some improvements to the old Metal Gear models. This one won't go down so easily.
Snake, there's nothing I can do to help you. All I can do is cheer you on. Try, Snake.
Do my best. Yeah, because this should be renamed to Liquid Snake now that we know who he really was. Damn, dude, he killed off Master Miller. Rip that guy from Metal Gear 2. He didn't make it, man.
I am a military analyst and an expert on high-tech weapons, but I don't know anything about Metal Gear. Why don't you ask Dr. Emmerich?
The obvious choice. Alright, Otacon, what do we do?
Snake, Rex's armor is impregnable. You can't do any damage with the weapons you've got. Rex uses the latest advances in compound armor. The only way you can pierce it is with a high-performance heat round.
So what do I do?
Rex's pilot seat operates exactly like a VR system. It's got multiple sensors connected to a high-tech interface used for the controls. It's completely self-enclosed and shut off from the outside environment.
He's not using his naked eyes?
That's right. So if you could somehow destroy the sensors, do you see that round plate on Rex's left arm?
Yeah, that thing that looks like a shield.
That's a radome. If you can destroy that thing, it won't be able to use its electronic equipment.
So he'll be blinded.
Yeah, try to hit that radome with a Stinger missile.
So that will stop it?
No. Rex was designed so it can be controlled manually, too.
Oh, great.
The part that looks like a beak is where the pilot seat is. In an emergency, it'll open up. Rex's armor is perfect. You can't destroy it.
You told me that already.
But the interior is a different story.
I get it. First I destroy the radome. That will force him to open up the pilot's seat.
Right. If you can shoot a Stinger missile into the cockpit, you'll destroy the computer control system.
You intentionally designed it with a weak point?
It's not a weak point. I like to think of it as a character flaw. People just aren't complete without some type of character flaw, don't you think?
I guess I owe you one, Otacon.
But also, not only are you going to destroy the cockpit control mechanism, the control panel inside, that's also where the damn pilot is. That's where Liquid Snake is. Shooting a missile into there isn't just going to destroy that, it'll kill him too. If he's a normal human being, that is. I don't think a normal human being can survive an anti-tank missile. But we'll see. Okay, so I should use chaff grenade so that he loses his lock on me. And then switch to the Stinger missile launcher to blow his ass up. Oh fuck, he's gonna get me with this. We're getting hit with this. Oh! Well, I can't lock on either. Great. Or at least I thought I couldn't. Dude, I gotta do something. Like, if I can't... If I can't dodge those damn rockets, he's gonna kill me. Oh, I see. Walk into him. That's how you dodge him. Never mind. I thought that was foolproof. I guess not. I don't remember how to dodge his attacks. I really don't know. I gotta look up a guide on how to actually dodge his attacks. That was rough. Doesn't seem like taking cover behind anything helps.
Did that do it?
Nice try, Snake! Die!
Grey Fox.
A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat.
So it is you.
You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Fox, why? What do you want from me?
I am a prisoner of death. Only you can free me.
Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Naomi?
You're the only one who can stop her.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother.
Fox.
From the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister. But every time I looked at her, I saw her parents' eyes staring back at me. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving.
Fox!
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use Royal Harriers.
Fox!
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
Cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal.
Destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Now!
Shit.
In front of you, I can finally die. After Zanzibar, I was taken from the battle.
It's no good.
Neither truly alive, nor truly dead.
No,
An
I can't do
undying
it.
shadow in a world of light. But soon, it will finally end.
Yeah, the game doesn't let you shoot for obvious reasons.
Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
Foolish man! He prayed for death, and it found him. You see, you can't protect anyone, not even yourself. Die!
Not this crap again. Did these actually work? Actually, he's not even using that targeting system anymore. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to dodge the missiles, dude. I really don't. Does anybody say anything about them?
Colonel, Fox is dead.
I know. God rest his soul. Even a soldier needs more to live for than just fighting. Maybe if he'd found something else, he wouldn't have been so haunted.
He was too simple, too pure. There was nothing in this world for him to believe in, so he chose to believe only in himself.
I guess you're right. A man like Fox is really only looking for his death.
Yeah, but if you ask me, there's no happiness to be gained in death. No peace either. I'm gonna leave here alive.
Good. I want that too.
I saw it in President Baker's top secret files. Rex has a free electron laser mounted on its belly. It's a laser weapon that discharges a laser beam into an electron beam that's been accelerated using giant magnets. It can generate an incredible amount of energy, pretty close to 100 megawatts. That's 10 times greater than any other laser out there.
That's what he used to cut off Gray Fox's arm there in that scene, which was insane. Dude! I am gonna die. I have no more rations left, and I never found out how to actually dodge the damn missiles. Dude, I don't know how to dodge them, and nobody said anything.
Snake! What happened? Snake! Snake!
We finally got to hear the Colonel Campbell one. I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do against the missiles. Damn, we gotta start the entire fight all over again. There's no checkpoints there. At least we can skip scenes though. So I mean, I tried hiding earlier, but that didn't really do anything, because he could still hit me with the rockets. See what I mean? Hiding doesn't help. What the fuck are you supposed to do against the rockets, goddammit? Oh! I'm never gonna win this. Can I shoot them down? I can't do anything against the goddamn rockets, dude. I'm gonna try one more time, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing I can do about them. Nope. Dude, what are you supposed to do? Oh, run underneath it. Oh, then he shoots the laser, okay. Oh my god. Otacon could have said, hey, run underneath it to dodge the rocket, but no. Alright. Well, now this is piss easy. Once you figure that out.
Now,
Can't skip this.
in front of you, I can finally die.
Can't do it.
After Zanzibar,
Good. I can't do it.
taken from the battle, neither truly alive nor truly dead, an undying shadow in a world of light. But soon, it will finally end.
The whole time I was afraid of trying to get near him because, you know, how he just killed Gray Fox. That's pretty much what I thought he was going to do to me. I thought he was going to stand me out if I tried running underneath him. I was like, there must be some other way, some other trick to dodging the rockets, but no, I guess you do just run under him. It's also how you lose him. He's still gonna fucking kill me. Yeah, that did it. Jesus fucking Christ.
Crush you into dust.
Damn. Wish I'd remembered sooner. You're just supposed to run underneath it. Oh well.
Sleeping late as usual. A snake.
Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die as long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I am done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things, are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict will breed conflict. New hatreds will arise. Then, we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie! So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy of battle.
You're wrong.
There's a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the Super Baby method.
Super Baby method.
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus, and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So it was you and I.
That's
2
fucked up.
fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But they're different. They're digital. With the completion of the Human Genome Project, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted into the members of the next generation Special Forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers with the same genes as ours. The
Genome soldiers?
That's right. They are our brothers, created artificially through the alignment of nucleotides to mimic our father's genes. They too are the product of numerous sacrifices.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments! 1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just a cover-up of the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes. They too are our brothers and sisters.
So the genome soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool! They're a complete failure! We are on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The genome soldiers suffer from the same problem. Signs of symmetry. So do I. As do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? It increases the chance that their genes will be passed on to a new generation. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. It's called the selfish gene theory.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then I'm going to go beyond. In order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you!
Meryl! Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name.
I have a name.
No! We have no past, no future, and even if we did, it wouldn't be truly ours. You and I are just copies of our father, Big Boss.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we've finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What?
What?
Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake.
Oh, shit.
I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may only be a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But, Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Merrill was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you, after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back.
What? What are you doing? What?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he's a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Smart. You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So, you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all?
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do. Farewell.
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me. Only your death can satisfy me. Only your death can return to me what is rightly mine. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? It will be the time limit for our final battle. This nuclear module is set to detonate at the precise moment of her death.
Oh, shit.
If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. If you cross this line, you'll fall. At this height, it will kill even you. Have at you, Snake!
Here we go.
What's wrong?
My controller
Snake?
turned off. It literally turned off. I was like, why can't I move? Are we still in the cutscene? Even he's like, what's wrong? Sorry, Liquid, my controller, it's just auto off. That cutscene was longer than 10 minutes, so my controller was like... Anyway, how about the... Bastard! Damn it, my aim was off.
Nice shot!
That all you got? Gray Fox fought better than you. Let's go! Your mother wears combat boots!
What's wrong, Snake?
Oh! Don't fall! Bastard! How? You shit boy! Why are you getting more aggressive?
You're out of time!
I am.
You're out of time!
Oh! Jesus Christ, dude. I had to. Damn, he got really aggressive at the end. The rest of the fight was pretty easy, but there, holy shit.
Meryl.
Forgive me.
Damn! I gave in to my fear. I gave in to my pain. I sold your life to save my own. I'm a loser. I'm not the hero you thought I was. I'm nothing.
Meryl, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Meryl can't forgive anyone anymore.
Otacon.
She's gone, Snake.
Because of me.
I guess blaming yourself makes it easier, huh? If you do that, you can keep the pain at a nice, safe distance.
What the hell do you know? Meryl's dead. I lost.
So, are you gonna stay here and die? Along with her? Snake. People die. But death is not defeat. That's what Hemingway said. I lost Wolf, too. But that wasn't defeat. She and I will be together forever. We didn't lose anything.
Together forever.
It's true that Wolf is dead. But our love didn't die with her. Life's more than just a game of win or lose. Don't you think? Let's live, Snake. There's a parking garage right next door. We can get to the surface from there. Come on. I released all the security locks. It'll be okay. We can escape. You have my word on it.
Otacon, you've changed.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know? It started. Those guys. Seems like they only hurry when they're destroying things. Good. Let them destroy it. But they can't destroy the human spirit.
Okay, let's go. Meryl, I hope you're still watching me. Maybe I can prove myself to you after all.
Come on, hustle!
Snake, it's cold outside. You'll freeze like that.
My sneaking suit.
You better hurry. Hurry! Now you look like yourself again.
Damn. Didn't they say they were gonna use nukes to blow this place up? What's with the gradual explosions in the background? Are they doing this for dramatic effect? Because technically it should just be... Damn, we lost everything. It should just be one big explosion and we're all dead, right? When the nuke goes off? But instead, there's explosions as if they're bombing the place with regular missiles first. Which seems like a complete waste of time. Why do that if you're gonna end it with a nuke anyway? Just... I feel like the explosions are just... Like in any other video game's escape sequence, it's just for dramatic effect, right? I mean, that's how the Praetorium in FF14 ends.
I'll drive.
The cutscene, I mean, after you finish everything.
Surveillance camera.
Oops. Okay,
Oh,
shit!
no keys.
I need a weapon.
I got him. Let's go.
I worked it.
I got it. Snake, jump in.
About fucking time, dude. Can't move.
Use the weapon. Fire that machine gun. Shoot back with it, Snake.
I'm trying. This thing turns hella slow. This is jank.
Snake, hold on.
Jesus Christ, dude. I lost a lot of health there.
Uh-oh, Snake. It's a checkpoint.
Oh.
Here they come.
Why does it turn so slow?
We can't get through. Snake, you gotta clear a path. Good job, Snake. Let's go.
Oh!
Here they come.
The control orientation confused the hell out of me.
Damn, we can't get through. Snake, you gotta clear a path. You did it, Snake!
Okay, if there's another stop, I'll have to make sure I'm facing this way. But I don't know.
Not yet, Snake.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this guy doesn't
Not
quit.
over yet. Liquid.
guy's a fucking bullet sponge, man. Holy shit! This game does not fuck around towards the end, man. The Stealthy Spike is real.
Otacon. Are you okay?
I guess so.
Otacon, can you move?
It's no use. I can't move.
What happened to Liquid?
I don't know, but I hope he's dead.
Liquid's dead. Uh-oh.
Snake!
This guy will not die. He's like the Terminator, dude. Holy shit.
Snake!
Finally got him. The disease Snake was carrying. What about Snake,
He's
though?
dead. That means...
Yeah, exactly. What about...
Don't think about it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel.
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 Spirits have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, about Meryl.
I already know.
Colonel?
Meryl was my daughter.
What?
I didn't find out until recently. I got a letter from her mother, my dead brother's wife. I was going to tell her after this operation was over.
Colonel,
It's okay, Snake. Thanks anyway. Snake, I'm sorry. I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expect you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around here.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
Also, there's a helicopter waiting for you on Fox Island.
Okay, Roy. Are you gonna be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die. What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said that she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling is with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi.
I heard about my brother.
I'm sorry. But he had one last message he wanted to say to you. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought with every ounce of strength in his body.
Maybe. Maybe now he's finally found some peace. He wasn't really my brother anymore. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi, Liquid died from Fox Die too. What about me? When am I gonna go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time is up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code. It's unchangeable, immutable. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that it governs a person's potential strengths, potential destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether or not you're in the Fox Die program isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm going to choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from here on, I'm going to just live.
Doesn't this all sound like a very familiar message right now?
Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to the future. That's how all life works. Loving each other, teaching each other. That's how we can change the world. I finally realized it. the true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Until today, I've lived only for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now?
I want to enjoy life. I really do. How about you, Otacon?
Me? I feel like a new man.
So what are you gonna do? Continue your research?
No, I'm finished with science. I'm interested in human psychology now.
Sounds good.
The whole reason I got into science in the first place was because I was no good with people. I was scared of them. I was scared of life. I thought that I could never understand them because they're so illogical. But I finally learned how to like people. I'm not afraid anymore.
You and I are more alike than I thought.
I'm just tired of always being a spectator in life. I'm ready to live. I'm gonna stand on my own 2 feet. I'm not gonna hide anymore.
You giving up your stealth camo?
Huh? Oh yeah. You can have it.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live.
Never forget that, folks. Never forget that.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
What? Yeah. Ain't that a plot twist of a cliffhanger right there? The president was in on it the whole time. He knew everything that was going down. Game level easy, playtime 13 hours and 20 minutes. 15 saves, 1 continue. Yeah, Metal Gear Rex got me, otherwise this would have been a deathless run. I couldn't remember that you had to run underneath its, at the risk of being crushed by its legs. You had to actually run underneath it to dodge the missiles. I was caught 19 times. Killed 35 enemies, used 47 rations. Codename Spider. Special items, camera, and stealth. Oh, does that mean I start with the camera and Otacon stealth camouflage the next time I play the game? Guess we don't have to find the camera anymore. That's cool. I love that games used to do this. They give you a little report on how well you did on your last playthrough. Well, the playthrough you just finished. So that you could, try to improve your score next time. It's probably what pretty much encouraged people to start speedrunning, was trying to break their records, their own personal records, and then it became a competitive thing, and it just kind of got a life of its own, right? But also unlockables were always nice. Nowadays you gotta just pay for them, DLC, but not all games do that. Most of them do, though. Well, there we go. Save completed mission data? Yeah. Now I can overwrite this one. I'll save this one, then when I start a new game, I'll save over this one. We'll do it that way. Yeah. This one, again, easy mode, 0 hours and 0 minutes, dock, the beginning of the game. See, it automatically puts you into a new game plus mode. You can now play through the game all over again. You can't change the difficulty, I think. It says right there, easy. You're stuck on whatever difficulty you started that file with. But you can use the unlocks you got, like the stealth camo that I just got. Because, you know, Otacon gave it to me. That ending scene was canon to New Game Plus. He gave me the stealth camo, so now we're somehow going to travel back in time, start a new game, and Snake's still going to have Otacon's stealth camo on him. So I can be invisible now. Good shit, right? Okay, it's just going to roll the... Alright, my thoughts on the game. Now, obviously, we're going to play the game again. You know, next stream, I'm going to start a new file. Here, I'll let this play for now, but once it starts doing the intro again, I'll just mute it. The ending message. I love that. And it brings back what I said before when I finished FF14 Endwalker, and don't worry, no spoilers for anybody who's interested in that game. I mentioned that I had already played plenty of games and seen movies and TV shows. I've seen it in media all over the place. The life positivity message, basically. The, I'll mute it after this, but, you know, the message that encouraging people to choose life and, you know, find a reason to live, or just live for the sake of living. And that's supposed to be the whole point of life. I've seen that message plenty of times, and I saw it plenty of times growing up, and including when I was having my suicidal thoughts and tendencies, like I said last stream, right? I think it's one of the reasons I enjoyed this game so much back then, because I replayed it a lot. Again, I had the Twin Snakes version, unfortunately, but I just realized there's going to be subtitles, so this is going to get a little distracting too, so I'll just do this for now. I'll mute my TV so I don't get distracted either. Give me 1 second. Oh, where the hell go? There it is. Turn the picture off. But, yeah, so I said I'd already seen messages like that in all kinds of media growing up, but it never really sunk in until the way that it was presented when I played, when I played through FF14 Endwalker. For some reason, it was the way they presented it, the way that story was told, the way the plot developed and unfolded, and all the things they said in their conversations and dialogue and the cutscenes. That's what really finally got it to sink in completely, finally, a few months ago. To just embrace living for the sake of living. Even though, like I said, across other media, including this amazing game, I was already exposed to that message many times, but maybe it just, I don't know, maybe it had something to do with, like, what was happening at that point in my life. I just couldn't finish grasping it. I couldn't finish seeing it that way. Like, I understood, but I didn't really fully internalize it. Like, I could understand it on the logical, rational level, so to speak, but it hadn't internalized itself. How do I put it? It didn't internalize itself emotionally. There we go. Emotionally, it hadn't sunk in yet for some reason. I don't know what it was, but like I said, it could have been, yeah, just a different time period in my life, and that's probably all it was. I don't know, but how do I? Oh, I see what I should have done. Sorry, I just saw one of my Streamlabs settings was off. It doesn't affect the stream, of course, but now I understand why I didn't hear that. It's because I saw that somebody followed 19 hours ago, which I wasn't streaming back then. It might have been near the beginning of my last stream, but the alert didn't go off because I shut off the visual portion of the alert, but the way I shut it off, I guess it also turned off the sound, and that's why I didn't notice that. But it was Kurt Snake apparently followed. Thank you for that, and sorry that I missed it, but if you're still out there watching, here, I got an idea. I re-enabled it, but in order to cover up the visuals, because I don't want it popping up on screen, not yet anyway, I have to put it underneath the game box, like that. There we go. That way the alert will still sound, so I'll hear it next time, but, you know, it won't pop up on the screen, because it's underneath, for those who stream, they know what I'm talking about. I put it underneath the layer where the game shows, or whatever. Anyway, sorry, I got a little distracted because I saw that and I was like, what the fuck? Somebody followed 19 hours ago? I didn't even realize. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So yeah, I'd seen that message about, you know, life positivity and living, you know, living for the sake of living and all that stuff. I saw that plenty of times growing up, not just from this game, but for some reason, yeah, I just couldn't internalize it emotionally until a few months ago when I saw it again, presented in the way that it was, in the brilliant way that it was through Endwalker, but I still have to give this game a shit ton of credit for getting me through a lot back, in those days. When did I gotta look this up? I said I was gonna look it up last stream. When the hell did I think it was released? So it released on March 9th of 2004. And I was pretty much, I was finishing middle school. Yeah, March 9th. I was on the final few months of my last middle school year, 8th grade basically. And the following, after summer, the following school year, which started around September, August of 2004, months later, that's when I entered high school. I'm not sure when I bought this game. I know it was pretty close to its release though. And I ended up, I really liked everything about the game, but especially the ending. I liked the message that it sent, and it, like I said, it helped me out through a lot. I think that's, the gameplay, the story, and that final message are what all together, made me keep coming back for more and made me keep playing this game over and over. I grinded the hell out of it. I didn't try to speedrun or anything, but I just liked playing it over and over. I unlocked the camo, the other unlockable if you get the other ending. I won't spoil what it is. Most people already know though, and then after that, I actually tried playing harder difficulties. Like I said, I played extreme, got to a certain point where I just couldn't beat it anymore and just gave up eventually. But it was fun times though. I always liked, even after I had my fun with it initially, I always liked coming back to revisit it quite a bit. I always came back to revisit it for the entirety of the GameCube's lifespan, the entirety of the time that I had a GameCube. I always kept coming back to it. It's it's a really good game. Most people don't really argue that, honestly. It's a classic. Even if people will argue that the remake, the one I'm talking about, the one that I was first not exposed to, but the one I was actually able to fully complete, the first version of MGS1 that I was able to complete, the Twin Snakes. The story is pretty much identical. The scenes are almost identical, almost, not exactly, but it's the same. They didn't change any of the narrative basically, and the ending credits music, the message at the end, everything is the same. So yeah, I really loved it. It's great, and of course I also enjoy. I wanted to start with this after the credits and everything were over, but I kind of forgot. I got more sucked into what the thing that affected me personally on an emotional level, which was the whole life positivity thing, but also what they said right before the credits started. I took the screenshots, as I said, while the credits were playing. Those credits were short, by the way. I'm used to longer credit sequences nowadays, because nowadays games are humongous and require a shit ton of fucking people to make. But back then, as you can see, credits didn't take that long because it didn't require. Games of this quality didn't require such a huge amount of people, but now with graphics and everything else, yada yada. So I took screenshots of the thing I couldn't read fast enough. I went back to my stream and I found it. Trying to make them display is probably going to take too damn long. Fuck it, I'll do it. Let me see if I can be fast about it. Where is it? Well, no, we'll see them again on the next credits. I'll just read them out, because yeah, that will take too long. I just noticed all the steps I have to do. Fuck it. So the first part, which I think I did read fast enough, it said, in the 1980s, there were more than 60,000 nuclear warheads in the world at all times. The total destructive power amounted to 1 million times that of the Hiroshima A-bomb. A-bomb meaning atomic bomb, basically. Okay. In January of 1993, START II was signed, and the United States and Russia agreed to reduce the number of deployed strategic nuclear warheads to 3,000 to 3,500 in each nation by December 31st, 2000. Is that a typo, or how are you supposed to read that? Reduce the number of deployed strategic nuclear warheads to it says TO, to 3,000 to 3,500. Maybe they meant to say to between 3,000 to 3,500 in each nation by December 31st of 2000. Like that, they gave themselves a deadline of about 7 years. And they started with how many? 60,000 total? And they wanted to reduce down to 3,000 to 3,500 in both. Okay. And then what happened? However, as of 1998, this is updated for the Twin Snakes since that's released, in 2004. As of 1998, there still exists, but here they can't tell the future. Okay, so this is present day 1998 when this game was released. They had to go with that. As of 1998, there still exists 26,000 nuclear warheads in the world. They're 2 years away from the deadline, and they're nowhere near achieving that goal, which is a huge political topic and the main central focus of this game, obviously. Yeah, that's the other thing I liked about it. But again, most of the political stuff really flew over my head when I was a kid. I knew nuclear bombs were a huge problem, of course. They teach you about that shit in history class. But, so that didn't go over my head. But all the nuance behind it and everything else that we've touched on, like that stuff, yeah, that really mostly did fly over my head. And, but I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed how deep the story was, and after playing Metal Gear Solid 2, that was my first full Metal Gear Solid game, I thought it was pretty cool. The contrast between the two games, they both tell a different story with a different message behind each one, but they're also sequels. They also continue a longer form narrative that Kojima was developing as he went, which I think was pretty nice too. So I was always curious to go back and play the first game. So I didn't know the Twin Snakes was a remake of the first game either when I bought it. I just saw Metal Gear Solid, I saw Solid Snake on the cover, I saw Liquid Snake on the cover, not knowing who the hell he was, because you don't actually get to see what he looks like in Metal Gear Solid 2. There's no like flashbacks, if I remember correctly, or anything like that. So I know who he was, but I saw Solid Snake. It was called Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes, and I was like, that sounds cool, that looks cool, I want that game. And so I got it. It's like I bought it at a GameStop, I think. And so yeah, that's how I got to experience it. And it wasn't until like, yeah, once I popped in the game disc and started playing, that's when I realized, wait, is this like a remake of the first Metal Gear Solid that I never got to play on PlayStation? I remembered the dock part where you start, because that's where the demo takes place. I remember that part, all the way to the DARPA chief is where the demo goes, right? I was having flashbacks. I was like, oh my god, it is a remake of that one game I tried the demo of, the first Metal Gear Solid that I tried the demo of back in, 1998. Fucking years ago. I was like, this is a remake of that. Holy shit. And then I got more excited because I was like, now I can actually play through the first game and put more into context everything that's happening in Metal Gear Solid 2, which was the first game I actually got to fully experience in the series, So that was pretty neat. But yeah, I'll revisit these thoughts and add more to it after we play the game a second time. When we see the ending a second time, if I have more to add to this, I'll go ahead and add to it. But for now, I'll just let it stop here because I don't want to keep rambling too much, especially since I might end up saying all of this all over again when we beat the game a second time, so why bother rambling too much now, right? So yeah, that was the main core thing I wanted to say. My little mini review, I suppose, about this game was just, the political stuff is all cool and all that. The bigger story here from Metal Gear, Metal Gear 1 all the way to Metal Gear Solid 4, it's really fun and it's a cool ride. I like it. It's a very enjoyable roller coaster ride, which is why I'm doing this whole little mini marathon thing, this little series. But for the most part, this game in particular has a special place in my heart, at least, because of that final message it gives about, living for the sake of living. Just like FF14 Endwalker does the same thing. Choosing life for the sake of life. That's a very beautiful message. I wish I had sunk in sooner, but as you saw there towards the end, I started tearing up a little when Naomi was talking about it because I had flashbacks to Endwalker, but also mostly I was tearing up because it still affects me pretty deeply on an emotional level when I hear that. Even though I've surpassed it, I can say with confidence I've completely surpassed it thanks to Endwalker, but still, a reminder never hurts. A reminder that you're supposed to just live life for the sake of it and find ways to enjoy it, find a purpose if you need to, but just, find something to care about and then care deeply. It's a quote I heard from a movie too, actually, believe it or not. But I don't know where it actually comes from. Maybe it was actually from that movie and they didn't get it from somewhere else. I don't know. But what movie was that? It was a movie that somebody was watching on TV. A family member of mine was watching it on TV. But it was a blockbuster movie. Like it wasn't a straight to DVD sort of thing. I think it was it was part of the series of Olympus Has Fallen, with Gerard Butler. I think it was one of those movies. I don't know which one, but I think he plays like the Secret Service agent who's a bodyguard of the president, and I think the person playing the president, the character of the U.S., the president of the U.S. He says that, I think. That stuck with me. I didn't watch the whole movie. I was just passing by, and I went to visit like my sister, and I saw that, and that stuck with me. I was like, yeah, you know. But again, none of it ever sunk in until Endwalker for some reason. Not on an emotional level. It didn't really, internalize in me until then. It's so weird. But yeah, like I said, thanks to that, yeah, I'm fully cured of that. And like I said at the end of last stream, if you're going through something like that, or if you know someone who's going through something like that, please don't hesitate to reach out to help or for help, whichever side of the situation you're on. Because, again, I don't want to be just self-centered and say, I can't speak for everyone, basically. But I think life is worth it, so. I think life is very much worth it. So, if you're struggling with finding that state, that peace of mind, I know it's hard out there, but try to find it, because it's, yeah, I think it's worth it. And all right, I'm struggling to recall what Naomi said. Something else. She said, it's up to you how to use the time you have left to you. There we go. That's what it is. Whether you think it's worth it or not, we all have a limited time on this planet, and it's up to each of us how we choose to use that time. So, obviously, my generic ass advice would be, do what makes you happy. I say generic because everybody says that, right? But really, that is all you can do, right? Just find ways to enjoy life. Find something to live for. Find the way to have fun and just enjoy it until it's over. See it through the end. And I guess with that wraps up the stream. And we're pretty much exactly at 2 hours for this second half. I could have actually streamed this tomorrow, but I just felt disconnected. Like, I didn't want to stop right before inserting the last PAL key and then do a whole nother stream tomorrow just for everything after that, the ending sequence, which was like its own movie, dude. It was like 2 hours of cutscenes with a little bit of gameplay here, the final boss fights and everything, and the escape sequence. But it was mostly cutscenes and dialogue. It was like its own movie, the last little part after you insert the last PAL key or whatever. So yeah, tomorrow, or whenever our next stream, which will hopefully be tomorrow, but tomorrow we'll pick up where we left off. New Game Plus. We'll start a new file. We'll load up the file from right now that I just saved over to start a new game plus. Start a new game with the unlocks, the camera, and the stealth camouflage. But really quick, speaking of the camera, that just reminded me. Incoming sound. I'm going to turn the game sound back on and put the game back. Oh, perfect. We're right at the title screen. Alright. Yeah, speaking of the camera, I want to see that photo we took. I took the photo and then we never actually checked it. So let's do that before we end the stream, shall we? Special edition recaps, isn't it? Oh no, there it is. Album. Let's check it out. Memory card 1. Photo 1. I took it in the mirror in the women's bathroom. Holy sh... Like, I kind of knew that was coming. That's why I took the photo. But when I actually saw the face of the person on the fucking mirror like that, and I saw that they don't have eyes, it actually did kind of scare me a little bit. It actually did kind of, like, jump scare a little bit. Like, I knew it was coming, but I couldn't remember what actually shows up in the mirror when you take this picture. I was like, do you just see a picture of one of the developers? Do you see something else? I can't remember. No, it's a ghost. A generic ghost that looks horrifying and scary as shit and is totally nightmare fuel. So I apologize for the jump scare for those of you who are just like, what the I'm just here to chill and watch Metal Gear Solid. What the fuck is this shit? But, the Metal Gear Solid is not meant to be a horror series, but they did put in a horror Easter egg. And somehow I remembered it. Oh, we can name it. Wait. Name entry, color, exercise. Well, where's the fun in that? You get rid of the ghost? Does it play a certain sound effect or an animation though? Okay, hold on. First, name entry. What happens? Let's name him. We'll name him, Hiro. It's just a name I came up. It just came up to my, like, out of nowhere. I do still kind of get chilled looking at it. It's really freaky. Scary looking ghost. Just in time for Halloween. September 29th. October's right around the corner, huh? That's 2 days from now, October 1st. We'll name him Hiro. Color? Wait, what does this do? Oh my god, he looks freaky, dude. That is one scary, ugly-ass looking motherfucker. You could totally make him fade out. Certain colors will make him more prominent, while other colors make him harder to see. I should say it. I don't know, it's just... What a freaky little Easter egg to include in your game, huh? I think the GameCube version does something similar. I think they preserved it, but it's different. Like, I don't think it's the same looking ghost. I'm sure people a few streams ago who saw what I did when I took the picture, who knew about this Easter egg, they knew what I was going to do. What if we wipe it out completely? Crank up all the colors. Scary. Oh. That doesn't really do anything. Next time I'll take the picture a little closer. Like, try to just take the one mirror right there in front of Snake. Maybe the image will look better because... See here, it's kind of between the mirror frames, so we can't really get a good look at its face. Does this inspire anyone to want to go play, Phasmophobia or something? Alright, so what happens if we hit exercise? Incoming jump scare sound effect, right? I don't know. There seems to be strong spiritual existence of the developer in this photograph. That's supposed to be Hideo Kojima? Why are his eyes like that? Do you wish to get rid of this? Sure. It's gone. That holy sound effect. Oh. Well, if I knew that, I would have named this picture Hideo instead of Hiro. It's funny. Let's rename it. Well, it's pointless now because he's gone. We got rid of him. Override it. No. We'll just leave it. Then we can do that every time we come back. We'll have our own little Easter egg. Because if I do overwrite it, then I'll have to come back to take the picture again if I want to... I don't know if it works twice in the same save file either. So I'll leave it. We'll leave the ghost haunting that photo. So that's supposed to be Hideo, but I guess they just blacked out his eyes and made him look freaky. It is unsettling though. Like, it is low-key nightmare fuel. Like, I just saw it and it was just like... I knew it was coming and I still felt like fear go through me. Like, I still legitimately got a little jump scared. I was like, oh shit, that looks freaky, dude. That's a fun little Easter egg though. Happy early Halloween, I guess? Anyway, that's it for me for now, folks. I will see you all next time. Tomorrow or the day after when I stream again. It'll probably be tomorrow. And we'll go ahead and get started on New Game Plus, like I said. So, until next time, as always, please take care of each other. Look after yourselves. Stay safe out there. Please choose life. I know it's difficult sometimes, but do your best. Choose life. Even if you have to find a reason to live. If living alone is not enough, find something to care about. Care deeply, as that movie said. And just live. And, you know, like Naomi said, use the time you have left to you wisely, you know? Do what you love, whatever, just live. That's all I can say. Alright, take it away, Colonel.
The nuclear weapons
Until next time, guys.
facility on Shadow Moses
Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, good night.
Fox Archipelago was attacked. attacked and captured by
There it is.
Next Generation Special Forces.
Alright, see you later, everybody.
Led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that.
I'll just end up cutting him off anyway, so I'll just go back to the title screen. But yeah, in case he talked over me, you know, my usual. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. Take care, everyone.